Yes, sir. It's that classic official. But it's all about no doubt there's a God who sent. Hey.
Hello, another day, another topic with love at the core of it all. I have found the word love is used and sometimes loosely to express how you feel. But if you say the word without a depth of truth, then your feelings are not real. I thought I'll make that up this morning to wake you up. And I also wanted to bring this topic out because I wanted to express how important this topic is to be revisited every day. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1 through 3, Apostle Paul, who at one time persecuted Christians, came to the realization that charity without heart has no value. He says, "Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I have become sounding brass or a clanging cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing." Paul understood the profound conviction that had set his soul aflame was love. As Christians, we must first detach ourselves emotionally from this world in order to truly embrace the hurt and needy with vigor and love for the Father, Jesus, and the people. Because if we approach love with just charity, which is only for earthly affection, it signifies tolerance, which is insufficient, and it actually destroys the force on what the passage really meant. So if you're doing good to others, make sure that love is at the core of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Because if there is no love while we're giving, it will not profit you nothing and the person who is suffering. Now, I say this time and time, and I'll continue to give this message because it is very important. And I'll do it until I have no breath in my body. Because I don't want you to continue to give or not even give without this understanding. Each time that I do what I do, I have to revisit this topic before I put out my work, ask for charity to give to the homeless, and whatever the Holy Spirit has impressed in my spirit to do. I want to bring up one final point. One day while I was talking with someone who made a point to tell me on how they were helping the poor, how much they were giving, and they wanted an approval from me, it seemed like. But not at one time did I tell them that I was doing what I was doing because it didn't matter. What mattered was the depth of the love that was reflected from the act itself. This person did not realize that even though that they were sharing this private act to me, the Father was actually listening to it, and it actually was not even a necessary conversation, to be honest with you. It was just a way for them to sound their trumpet on their giving. And I thought to myself, what a shame. If they would have just kept it to themselves, their giving would have had much more value when they're standing before the Father. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 2 through 4, Jesus says, "Therefore, when you do a charitable deed, do not sound the trumpet before you as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory from men. Surely I say to you, they have their reward. But when you do a charitable deed, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, that your charitable deed may be in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will himself reward you openly." Now, I want to thank you, and I hope that you take this testimony to heart. And I also want to end with this small clipping from Charlie Brown, and I hope you have a blessed day, and peace and love from King's Kid Outreach Ministry.
Charlie Brown, we've been feeling awfully guilty about not giving you a Valentine this year. Here, I've erased my name from this one. I'd like you to have it.
Hold on there. What do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? Where were you yesterday when everyone else was giving out Valentines? Is kindness and thoughtfulness something you can make retroactive? Don't you think he has any feelings? You and your friends are the most thoughtless bunch I've ever known. You don't care anything about Charlie Brown. You just hate to feel guilty. And now you have the nerve to come around one day later and offer him a used Valentine just to ease your conscience. Well, let me tell you something. Charlie Brown doesn't need your... Don't listen to him. I'll take it.